Hello, Mrs. Arya, Class A, Science. Today we are going to learn a chemistry, physics, and bio question answer. Let's start physics. Lesson number 10 Sound. Answer the following question. What is sound? It is a form of energy which exists in us, the sensation of hearing. Second, do you all vibrating bodies produce sound? Give an example. No. Take a simple pendulum along, allow it to vibrate. Definitely it does not produce sound because its frequency is less than 20 hexa. Third, what is frequency? It is the number of oscillation produced per sound by the vibration body. 4th, what is the range of albute frequency in human being? 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz. 5th, distinguish between high pitch sound and low pitch sound. 5th, distinguish between high pitch sound and low pitch sound. Pitch is a sensation which determines the shrillness of the sound. It depends upon the frequency and relative motion between source of sound and listener. High pitched sound are called a thrill and low pitched sound called boss. Sixth, what is the difference between loudness and pitch. Loudness. It depends upon amplitude of vibration of the body. Pitch. It is a frequency perceived by a listener. Second, it depends upon the energy received by ear. Second, it does not depend upon the energy received by ear. Next. Third, it does not depend on the frequency. It is depend on the frequency. 7. A simple pendulum vibrates 30 times in in 1 minute. What is its time period and frequency? Time period is equal to total time taken upon number of vibration is equal to 60 upon 30. Time is equal to 25. Now frequency is equal to 1 upon time period is equal to 1 upon 25 is equal to 0.5 hertz. Fifth, distinguish between noise and music. Music. It depends pleasantly to the ear. First, it is a unpleasant to ear. Ninth, explain in brief how sound is produced by human. Sound in human is produced by the voice box. Below the voice box is the windpipe. Two vocal cords are stretched across the voice box in such a way that it is leave narrow, set between them for the passage of air. When the lungs force air through the still, the vocal cords vibrate and produce sound. Pitch of the sound can be changed by the muscles attached to the vocal cord. When the vocal cords are taut and thin, they produce sound in high frequency, that is, shrill sound. On the other hand, when vocal cords are released thick, they produce sound for low frequency, that is, bass sound. 10. Show with the help of experiment that sound require a pendulum. Medium to progress. Take a electric bell and air tight glass tight glass bell jar. The electric bell is suspended inside the air-tight glass bill jar connected with a vacuum pump. As the electric bill currently is completed the ringing. Now the jar is evacuated by starting the vacuum pump. We find that the intensity of the sound goes on decreasing on, and finally no sound is heard when all the air has been drawn out. The hammer of the electric bill is still seen striking the gone. Repeatedly, which means that the sound is produced due to the vibration of gone in not transmit, and so it is not heard. This proof beyond doubt the sound require a material medium of transmission, and sound cannot travel a vacuum. Next, chapter 12, some natural phenomena. Answer the following question. What will happen if the balloon rub with the wool is brought closer to a wall? will happen if the balloon rubbed with the wool is brought closer to a wall? The balloon will stick to the wall. Name the device used to delete electric charge. Electroscope. Define. A. Lightning. Answer. It is a spectacular bleach white light produced in cloud. B. Thunderstorm. It is a form of turbulent weather characterized by the presence of light and thunder in Earth's atmosphere. Next. 4. Define a earthquake. First, answer it is a phenomenon in which the ground earth suddenly violent and shake. B. Tsunami. Huge powerful stream wave produced under the ocean flow due to the earthquake are called a tsunami. Fifth, what type of charge will be included on both way? When first rubber balloon is rubbed with a dry hair. When balloon is rubbed with dry hair, few electrons are transferred from hair to the balloon, making balloon negative charge and hair equal positive charge. Second, glass rod is rubbed with silk. Glass rod acquire positive charge and silk rod equally negative charge. It's happen when few loosely bond loosely bound electrons from glass are become positively charged and silk equally negatively charged. 6. Explain the working of lightning conductor. Lightning conductor is a device to protect the building from damage by lightning during a thunderstorm. It consists of thick copper strip on outside of the building which connects metal strip at the top of metal plate in ground. Metal plate is a burned deep in wet soil to ensure good conductivity between the planet and the earth. Consider a negative charge cloud passing overhead repels the electrons from the spikes to the earth, leaving behind positive charge on the spikes. The positive charge on the spikes inside the air molecules nearby. This causes the electric wind of the positive charge to move upward, which cancels the charge on the cloud. If the flash occurs, it is now less violent. Violent and conductor gives in an easy path to ground. In big and modern building, number of copper strips are installed around the building inside the single conductor to increase the effectiveness of lightning conductor. 7. List some precaution you will take during the lightning storm. First, do not go outside. Keep yourself indoor. Keep distance from isolate tree or isolate tall structure. Third, do not use wire phones. Fourth, unplug all the electrical and electric equipment. Fifth, avoid connect content with all sorts of peace and avoid taking a shower during lightning. Fifth, if you are traveling in a car, remain inside and do not come out of car. 8. List some precaution you will take during a earthquake. First, if you are inside, get under the deck table or bench or sit down against the interior wall. Second, be at a place always from window, bookshelf or tall heavy furniture. Third, if you wish to leave the building, you use stairs and not lift elevator. Fourth, if you are outside, stay outside but move away from buildings, street light and power line. Fifth, if you are in a car, do not come out. Take the car to the clear spot. Fifth, Sixth, be careful about the fire which may occur due to broken glass, broken gas line, damaged electric line or appliances. 9. Explain how charge can be transferred from one body to another. It can be done by rubbing one body. Consider an example of rubber rod and fur. When a rubber rod is rubbed with fur, few electrons from the fur are transferred to rubber rod. As they are loosely bound in fur, as compared to the rubber rod on losing electrons, fur acquire positive charge. Ongoing electrons rubbing rods acquire equally negative charge. 10th. What is an electroscope? Explain how will we use it to delete charge. Electrons is a device to delete the presence of charge on the body. Charge on the body can be deleted in the following way. Touch the charge rod to be a cap of the neutral electroscope. If two aluminium foil diverge, then the rod is charged. If nothing happens to the aluminium foil, it means the body is uncharged. To check the nature of charge, touch the body to the cap of charge. Electroscopes it diverge on the aluminium foil, increase them in charge on the body in the same as that the electroscope. On the other hand, if the divergence of the leaf decrease, then charge of the body is opposite to that to electroscope. 11. Explain briefly how lightning occur in nature. Lightning is unpredictable and occur randomly and instant instantaneously. During the development of the cloud, a cloud acquires region of different charge with bottom of the cloud generally negatively charged. Due to it, opposite charge is included on the surface of earth as shown in figure below. When the negative charge on the bottom of the cloud become very large and become the air resistance and electrons start moving downwards, collided with more air particles and causing ionization and producing more free electron. Now, ground become more and more positive charged due to the repletion of electrons in the ground. When the downwards moving electrons meet to an upward falling positive charge at an altitude of about 100 meter or so, they form a complete current on lightning begins. 12. How does the earthquake occur in nature? List some destructive and some constructive occurs consequence of the earthquake. A. The Earth crust consists of many layers on above to the other. The layer are formed. Earth format is called a teni, tectonic Earthquake happen along the edge of the tectonic plate that the the plants snap at the weak point along a fault line. Big shock waves go out from the focus where the shock wave starts. This is why we call a earthquake the equator is one of the surface right above the focus. B. Destructive consequences. First, it can be cause damage to the building, bridges, dams, and people. Depending upon the magnitude of earthquake damage, varies. Second, it can also create landslide and floods. Third, it if it occurs under the ocean, it can cause tsunami. Fourth, it if gas or our power line are broken, fire may produce. Fifth, it can be severely affected and transmission. Fifth, it is survival affect the transmission line of the power, telephone line, water supply, etc. C. Constructive consequence. First, new ice line may came into extensive. Second, beaches and freshwater spring have been formal coral. Answer the following question first. What is reflection of light? The bouncing back of light after striking a polished surface is called reflection of light. Second, what are the angle of incidence and angle of reflection? A. The angle between the incident ray and normal at the point of incidence is called angle of incidence. B. The angle between the reflected ray and normal at the point of incidence is called angle of reflection. Third, what type of image is formed by the plane mirror? It is virtual. It is virtual, exact, some size, and natural inverted. 4. What type of reflection form an image? Regular reflection. 5. State two law of reflection. First law, the angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. Second law, the incidence ray, the reflected ray, and the normal ray at the point of incidence all lie in the same plane. 6. What is the angle of incidence of the ray if the angle between the incidence and reflected ray is 120 degree? As the angles are equal, therefore, angle I plus angle R is equal to 120 degree. Angle I plus angle I is equal to 120 degree. 2 angle I is equal to 120 degree. Angle I is equal to 120 upon 2 is equal to 60 degree. Angle I is equal to 60 degree. 7. How many images of the candle will be formed if the place between two mirrors placed perpendicular to each other? Number of images. 360 upon theta minus 1 is equal to 360 upon 90 minus 1 is equal to 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So 3 image will be formed. 8. What is a diffraction of light? Name the color of light obtained white light pass through a prism. The splitting up of white light into a consist color is called a diffraction. White light on passing through prism splits into 7 colors, namely violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. 7 colors can be remained by a word vibigro. Ninth, distinguish between regular and diffuse reflection. The diffuse reflection means the failure of the law of incidence. A regular reflection takes place from smooth and polished surface, whereas irregular reflection takes place from rough and uneven surface. B. A set of parallel rays falling on smooth surface will reflected back as parallel ray, whereas in case of rough surface it will scatter in all directions. Diffuse reflection is due to irregularities in the surface from where reflection takes place. Each reflected ray obey the law of reflection. Out of the following, find out whether regular or diffuse reflection takes place when a beam of light strikes them. Justify your answer in each other. First, a wooden table. Diffuse as a surface in not smooth. Chalk powder. Diffuse as a surface is not smooth. Paper. Diffuse on the surface is rough. D. Steel utensils. Regular as a surface is smooth and shining. E. Marble stone with water spray over. Regular as the water as act as a reflection surface. F. A mirror. Regular as a surface is smooth and shiny. G. The back of a spoon. Regular as a surface is smooth and shiny. 11. Two mirrors are placed at right angle to each other and ray of light is incident on and one at angle of 45 degree as shown in figure. Draw the reflected ray of the second mirror. The reflection ray from the first mirror will be strike the second mirror at 450 degree ray 2. This ray will be further reflected as ray 3 at the angle of 450. Finally, incident ray on the first mirror is parallel to reflected ray from second mirror. Fourth, 12. Describe the contribution of calorical scope. Take a three regular mirror strip, each about 15 centimeter long and 4 centimeter width. Join them through the form of prism. Take a circular cardboard and tube and fix this mirror inside the closed one end of tube by the cardboard dies having a hole in center. through which we can see a transparent plastic sheet can be pasted under the cardboard dies to make life younger. At the other hand, the tube flicks a circular plain glass plate, put small piece of color, bangles, beads, etc. Close this end of the tube by the ground glass plate. Now kaleidoscope is ready. When we see through the hole, we see numbers of patterns in tube where keep on changing weather whenever we see them again and again. Biology chapter reproduction in animal question and answer. First, why reproduction is important in organism explain. Reproduction is very important as it ensures the condition of similar kinds of individuals generation after generation. Second, how many nucleus are present in a zygote? Zygote has a single nucleus have two set of chromosomes. Third, how will you differentiate a zygote from a fetus? Zygote is a single cell structure formed by the fusion of ovum and sperm, while the fetus is a stage of the embryo in which all body parts can be distinguished easily. Fourth, what is zygote? Zygote is a fertilized egg which develops into a new individual. What is metamorphosis? The change of from one stage to another, which takes place during the development of an animal. During this stage, there is a complete transformation from the larva stage to pupa adult. From it is a life history that is, example, mosquito. 6. Differentiate between internal and external fertilization. Internal fertilization takes place inside the body of female body, that is human being, cow, dog, etc. External fertilization takes place outside the body of female, example frog, fish, etc. 7. Differentiate between oviparous and viviparous. Oviparous are the egg laying animal. Viviparous animal give birth to young ones. What is meant by the fetus? Fetus, the stage of embryo in which all body parts can be distinguished easily, is called fetus. Describe the process of fertilization in human being. During mating, billions of sperm from male are transferred into female body. The sperm swim in the oviduct and reach the eggs. They came in contact with the egg once. One of the sperm may fuse with egg of egg to form zygote. Fertilized egg. Such a fusion of egg and sperm, called fertilization. The zygote undergoes division and grows into a new individual. Then define asexual reproduction. Dis, describe the different method of asexual reproduction that you may study. Asexual reproduction is a type of reproduction in which only a single parent is involved. It is the following type: budding. It in the type of reproduction, the new individual develop as a bird or from the parent, example hydra. Binary fusion. Here an animal's reproduction by dividing into two new individuals, example amoeba, ingluna. Chapter number 7, reaching the age of adolescence. Question answer. First, what is the difference between adolescence and puberty? The difference between adolescence and puberty is adolescence, the period of life when the body undergoes change, leading to reproductive maturity. Puberty, the age at which reproduction system become functional. Second, what change in the voice box of male can be seen during puberty. At puberty, the voice box or the larynx being the growth, the male development large voice box. The growth voice box is seen as the productive part of the throat called almond apple. Why people get one's ace and pimple on face at the time of puberty. During puberty, the sensation of sweat gland and sebaceous glands on skin of the face increase, resulting in acne and pimples on face. Fourth, why endocrine glands are called so? Endocrine glands are ductless gland which pour their secretion directly into the blood. Example, pituitary gland. Fifth, what is the term using of for secretion of endocrine gland responsible for change taken place in place? The secretion of endocrine gland are called the hormones. They bring change in the body. They are chemical messenger which regulate most of the metabolic and other activities inside our body. 6. What is menstruation? Menstruation is a process which occurs in in absence of fertilization, in which thick lining of the uterus along with its blood vessel and fertilizing egg are shed off, causing bleeding in women. 7. Let's the change in body takes place at puberty. Change at puberty. First, increasing the height. Second, enlargement of voice box or relax. Third, increasing the activity and sweat and sebaceous gland. Fourth, complete development of sex organ. Fifth, development of mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. Sixth, development of secondary sexual character. 8. What is hormone? What is the role of hormone in our body? The hormones are the chemical messenger which regulate most of the metabolic and other activity inside our body. Hormones are carried to the part of the body target site by blood. The sex hormone testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen help in a development of secondary sexual character, formation of sperm and egg, and help in the maintenance of pregnancy. The adrenaline called state hormone help to calm down while insulin lower glycogen raise the blood sugar level. 9. Make a chart which writing name of 5 endocrine gland, their location of one's function of each gland. Name a gland, pineal gland, location within the brain. Function play a part in person development. Next, second gland, puberty gland, location at base of brain. Function, it produces hormone which control growth. Third, thymus gland, location behind the breast bones near heart. The gland grow during childhood, but by adolescence it start to stick in the very small adult. Function, like pineal gland, the function of thymus gland are not fully no. The gland seems to the heavy important part of play a part in body immune immune. Human system possibilities sitting apart by system during influencing and childhood. Fourth, adrenal gland. Location at the top of each kidney. Function the hormone. Adrenal term street hormone help to calm down when one is very angry or worried or embarrassed. Next, fifth, pancreas. Location situated below the stomach. Function A. Insulin, the lower of the blood sugar level. B. Glycerin, the raise the blood sugar level. 10. What is sex hormone? Why they are called so? Give their function. Sex hormone is a hormone secreted by testes and ovary because they play a role in development of sex of an individual. They control development of secondary sexual character, formation of sex, sees implantation of egg in uterus, maintain of pregnancy and birth of the baby. 11th, a endocrine gland. This gland have a duct to carry their secretion to signify place in the body. Menarche. It is a time of beginning the menstruation in the female. Menopause. The term in the woman in life which ovulation and menstruation says it's occur between the age of 45 to and 55. Right. First, almond apples and its cause. Answer. It is a producing part of throat. In males, it is a cause due to the growth of wise valves or larynx which become large in the size. B. The reason for development of secondary sexual character. The secondary sexual character involves change which occurs at adolescence once the controlled by sex hormone. The sex hormone is secreted. C. The the mechanism of sex determination in the unborn baby. All male human beings contain two sex chromosomes named X and Y, while a female has two X chromosomes. The testes produce two types of sperm. Only one has been an X chromosome and other type of an XY chromosome. The unfertilization egg always has one X chromosome. The sex of an unborn baby depends upon the type of sperm that fertilizes the egg. Zygote having two X chromosome development to the female child and zygote with a XY chromosome will develop into a male child. Terms or meaning words. First, binary fusion. This type of asexual reproduction in which an animal reproduces by dividing into two individuals is called binary fusion. Birding. It is a type of asexual reproduction which can be seen in Hydra. In this reproduction, the new individual develops as a bird. Third, metamorphosis. The change from the one stage to another which takes place during the development of the animals. During the change, there is complete transformation from the larva stage to adult form, that is from larva frog. Oviparous animal. The egg laying animal. Fifth, viviparous. The animal which gives the birth to young one. Next, Pituitary, the birth of the finally developed fetus is termed as pituitary. 7. Embryo, the development structure formed by the division of zygote termed as embryo. embryo. Implantation, the close attachment the embryo with the uterus is called implantation. External fertilization, the type of fertilization in which the fusion of male and female gametes takes place outside the body of the female is called external fertilization. Internal fertilization, the fertilization which takes place inside the body of female body. 11. Zygote, the gametes fusion of the form zygote which develops into a new individual. It is also known as fertilized egg. Fertilization, the fusion of ovum and sperm is called fertilization. Oviduct, egg produced in the ovaries and received by the two expand final like opening of the oviduct. Reproduction during sound on organism produced on the organism similarly to itself, which normally goes through a period of growth and development before it reaches the stage with which it can produce further for the pre- reproduction of the species. Extra question. Write the note on drugs abuse, and HIVP. Adolescents feel insecure and conscious. Sometimes they get attracted to wrong things like drugs, alcohol. Drugs are attractive. If you take them once, you feel like take them again and again. They harm the body in long run. The virus HIVP pass on to a normal person from an injected people person by sharing the ser, ser, syringe using a injection drugs. It is also transmitted by the injected mother to the injected through milk. How the sex determination explained. In human, there is sex determination by the presence of chromosome and X and Y. Female has two X chromosome while the male has X and Y, one X and one Y chromosome. The zygote would have two X chromosome. It develops into a female baby. If zygote would have one X and one Y chromosome, it develops into male baby. Third, what is menstruation, menarche, and menopause? Menstruation, the thick lining of the uterus along with its blood vessel or shed of this causes bleeding in women. Menarche, the first menstruation flow being at puberty and it starts at the age of 10 or 12 years of age. Menopause, at 45 to 50 years of age, the menstruation cycle stops. Stoppage of menstruation is some menopause. Fourth, what is metamorphosis? Explain reproduction in frog. The tracking change which takes place during the development of the animal is called metamorphosis. The frog starting from the egg and adult stage, they have three distinct stages, that is egg, tadpole, larva, adult. From reproduction through external fertilization during the mating season, male frog calls call to attract female. The male then climb onto female back to the position called apixus appendix. As female lay her egg in water, the male release sperm to fertilize egg. The fertilized egg hatch into tadpoles. Chemistry, chapter number 4, combustion and flame. First, a question and answer. On what factor calorific value of fuel depends? Calorific value of fuel depends upon a chemical composition and on the amount of water and ash it contains. Second, wet paper does not burn while a dry paper catches fire easily. Which? Why? The moisture present in a wet paper raises its ignition temperature than any dry paper and therefore it does not burn. Third, why charcoal is brushed in a hell? It is because combustion of charcoal can be controlled by the maintaining requires supply of oxygen. Fourth, petrol does not catch fire on its own at room temperature. Why? Next, petrol does not catch fire on its own because its ignition temperature higher than the room temperature. Fifth, why dry leaves burn easily but green leaves are difficult to burn? There is a temperature at which the substance catches fire. The lowest temperature at which substance burn is called ignition temperature. Green leaves contain that the lot of moisture due to the which it has to be heated a lot of comparison to dry leaves which have no moisture, so that its temperature becomes equal to ignition temperature. It catches fire due to this. Dry leaves burn easily but green leaves difficult to burn. 6. Which zone of flame a goldsmith used to melt gold and silver, and why? Next, the outmost zone of flame. It is the hottest part of the flame because supply of oxygen is adequate, resulting complete combustion. This outermost zone of a flame from melt gold and silver. Seventh, in an experiment, 5.6 kg of the fuel was completely brushed. The heat produced by the measure to be a 280,000 kg. Calculate the calorific value of the fuel. The amount of heat energy produced by completing combustion of fuel is called its calorific value. It is a case 5.6 kg of fuel produce heat. 2,80,000 kg. 1 lakh of a fuel while produce heat is equal to 2,80,000 upon 5.6 is equal to 50,000 kg. Calorific value of fuel is 2,80,000 kg per 2,80,000 kg per kg. It in which unit it is the calorific value of fuel expressed. Next, calorific value of fuel is expressed in a unit called kg per kg kilojoule. 9. The use of CNG in automobile has reduced pollution in our cities. Explain how. Combustion of carbon fuel like diesel, petrol, etc. release oxide of sulfur and petrol, which cause acid rain, which damage crops, building, and soil. The harmful particles and gas cause the altitude respiration problem. Co-process during combustion of this flame is harmful to health. CO2 result greenhouse effects leading to global warming. The population caused by the burning of above fuel can be reduced by using CNG. The use of CNG lower to emission the full harmful product to negatively amount. Further, this provide high calorific value. This do not produce harmful gases as there is no violent matter in it. It also no residue after combustion. From these facts, it is clear that use of CNG has reduced population in our city. 10. Give the characteristics of the ideal fuel. The characteristics of the ideal fuel are: first, they they can easily be transported to pipeline or gas. Second, they do not leave any residue as compared to solid or liquid fuel. Third, they have low ignition temperature and there is undergo combustion easily. Fourth, the combustion of gaseous fuel called can easily be regulated through control value. Fifth, Fifth, they have high calorific value as compared to solid or liquid fuel. Sixth, they do not produce much harmful gas as they contain no violent matter. Seven, they produce least amount of harmful gas as they undergoes complete combustion. Draw and label diagram to show the various zone of the candle flame. Zone A, blue and hottest. Zone B, yellow and moderately. Zone C, black and hot or least hot. 12. Write an alternative to conserve fuel and reduce pollution. Pollution caused by the burning diesel and petrol can be reduced by using CNG, compressed natural gas, and LPG, liquid filled petroleum gas, which CNG is not available easily. The use of CNG and LPG lower the emission of harmful product and neglectable amount. Some way to check the wa- wastage of fuel. First, switch on the burning device after placing on the burner. Second, reduce the flame through controlled canado can, control knob when container get heated enough. Third, use pressure cooking device container whenever possible. Next, chemical effects and its current. Answer the following question. First, what happened do you call the substance which conduct electricity? Electricity. What do you call liquid which do not conduct electricity? Non-electricity. Third, name the liquid which conduct electricity. Tap water and lemon juice which conduct electricity. Fourth, name a liquid which does not conduct electricity. Maybe vinegar, mustard oil, cooking oil, and coconut oil which does not conduct electricity. Fifth, distilled water does not conduct water. What can be the do make to conducting? Add a small amount of salt, NaCl, in it. Now water become a salty solution and it start conducting. 6. When free end of tester are placed in liquid, the magnetic needle in it show deflection. What can you say about the conductivity of liquid? Liquid conduct the electricity and electric current passing through the wire produce the magnetic field around it. 7. Why fireman shut off electricity connection of house which can be catch fire? Water may Water may conduct electricity in the electric supply is not a cut off and water is poured over the electric appliances, then electricity can pass through water and harm the fireman. 8. White deposit can be seen in container using the use for stir water. Explain why there those depositing occur. White depositing are present in container because of the presence of ion of water. Explain with the help of diagram how electroplating of the object is done. The processing of depositing any desired metal on another metallic object by passing electric current is called electronic. It has been it can be done by following process. Suppose we wish to put a layer of silver on a copper spoon. The spoon is immersed in a solution of silver nitrate of an AgNO3 and it contain 2 minus negative plate of the battery and a bar of the silver is connected to positive plate of the battery and is immersed in silver nitrate solution without touching the spoon. When current is passed through AgNO3 called electrolyte, it broken up into Ag positive and NO3 negative ions. Ag positive ions move to cathode and accept on and electrons and neutralized and get deposited on spoon to compensate compensate Ag ion from anode. Silver bar goes to the solution as the process is repeated. Slowly a layer of silver gets deposited on the spoon. Spoon is called electroplated. Diagram: key switch, spoon, AgNO3 solution, Ag positive bar. Next, 10th, a tester is used to check the condition of electricity through two liquid labeled D and Q. The magnetic needle is defined by small amount from only liquid. It is better conductor of electricity and why. Magnetic needle get deflected only from liquid P. It means Q P is allowed to current to pass through it, so liquid P is conductor is not deflection of needle from liquid Q is hence liquid Q is a bad conductor of electricity. Thank you. Stay tuned with me. Think and learn. Bye bye.
Today's thought is every day is not a bad day. If you fail, so never give up because fail means first attempt in learning. The future depends on what you do today. Science and literature are not two things but two sides of one thing. Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world. The best way to predict your future is to create it.
Today thought is something you don't get what you want because you deserve better. Thank you. Stay steady with me, think and learn. Learn, read and listen.